Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Lost. This is the 7th episode of the first season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So last episode, we had the backstory of, is it Jin and Sun, the foreign people so far on the island. We got to learn more about them, you know, how they got to this current position. And, you know, we did see in the present on the island that Michael was walking around playing with Walt before Jim ran over, speared him pretty much into the sea, started beating him before Sawyer had to come. And was it Jack as well, or Saeed, I think it was actually, pulled them apart and he ended up handcuffing him to one of the, you know, parts of the plane, the rubble. Now, the interesting thing is, obviously, they tried to get this explanation out of him, like, what is it, what have you done, like, why are you beating Michael up? And obviously we can't get that. Well, interestingly, later on in the episode, you know, Michael, he was in the forest himself, and his wife actually come in and started speaking English. Yes, she can speak English. This whole time she's been able to understand everybody, but she's not revealed it because in the backstory, you know, we've seen them kind of grow from being dead young. He was a waiter. She looks like she's pretty wealthy, to be honest, and her dad is in a high position. Now, he went to basically ask her dad for a hand in marriage, and he pretty much counter-proposed it. Basically, he was saying, yeah, look, I'll let you marry her, but you got to start working for me. Now, obviously, she didn't look happy about that at the time, but obviously she's overjoyed the fact that, you know, they could be together. So their relationship started progressing throughout the episode, sorry, and we could see them kind of getting older and her getting lonelier as he started to work more, obviously, for her dad. Then he's gone in from being like this all nice, friendly kind of waiter to doing this serious business work where it looks like he's beating people up, maybe killing them, who knows, coming home bloody. And basically, she's trying to escape. She wants to leave them. She's been learning English in the spare time when he's not there, and she's trying to flee to America. And we got the whole backstory and everything and how it happened, and it was perfect. It was waiting for her right there, you know, to escape. But Jack was at the counter. He was crying, obviously, wasn't there, to the woman behind the desk, saying that he needed to get his dad's coffin onto the plane. He needs to drop at LAX, I think he said, and he needs to take it straight to the cemetery. And this whole thing delayed the whole operation of her kind of like escape, and she ended up actually standing and staying by him. And then obviously steamroll ahead, crash landed on the island, they're together again. So it's going to be interesting to see, because obviously she don't want to reveal that she can speak English, because he actually doesn't know that and doesn't know why she's been learning it. So, mate, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they react. Obviously, as well, the rest of the gang, they found out a water supply. They've gone and mooched into the island. They've gone and obviously stacked it up and resourced it. And, you know, Jack was saying we should stay here. We should build camp. You know, it's perfect. We've got shelter, a couple of only entrances in and out. We could see anything in case something comes to attack us. We're not going to get hit from the sun and burn, you know, because you can see the faces getting redder and redder. And, you know, he put the proposal out into the people. Now, the interesting thing is Kate does not want to do that. Neither does Sawyer. And we've seen Boone and Shannon as well. I think they stayed onto the island. I think even Saeed stayed as well. So not everybody actually ventured inside. Only a couple. And I actually didn't think it was a bad idea from him, but I get where they're coming from. You know, they think the best possibility is being seen is by staying in the open. They're thinking that nobody's coming. We've heard the message. It's been 16 years. We've seen a body here that's decayed inside the cave. And, you know, clothes have started to deteriorate as well. And Jack said it does take about 50 years for that to happen. So do you know what I mean? Sometimes you got to take hopefulness out of the window and start being strategic for surviving. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting now. The camps are split. No idea, obviously, how it's going to go, whose episode we're going to get today, but I'm excited for it. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Charlie, how about you and I go for a walk?
Looks a bad way, but Locke does seem to try and want to help him, though.
Take better pictures than that. Smaller, too, if you want something for your wallet. So you're not staying?
Call me a broken record. Caves are natural shelter.
Crashed 8 days ago, Jack. I'm not setting up
I want
house
this
here.
island, too, but we both know that's not going to happen anytime soon.
What do you want, Sawyer?
Heard the doc here is vacating the premises. I can fix this place up real good. Might even find some way to share it with me. I'll talk to you later.
Maybe we get a Charlie backstory today.
Father, for I have sinned. Last night I had physical relation with a girl I didn't even know. You see, it's my band, Father, Drive Shaft. We've been playing the clubs. We've been getting some heat.
It's really nothing but a series of choices, isn't it?
Well, then I've made my choice. I have to quit the band.
What are you doing, Mr. Church? Get your boots off.
Relax, quiet boy. We've just been signed.
Make excellent bait.
I'm glad I could oblige. I want my drugs back. I need them.
Yet you gave him to me.
I'm sick, man. Can't you see that?
I think you're a lot stronger than you know, Charlie.
Get rid of him and have done with it.
If I did that, you wouldn't have a choice, Charlie.
The power cells I've grafted onto the antennas are dry. There's no telling how long they'll last.
Bottle rockets?
Thank God for fireworks smugglers. Now, when I'm in position, I'll fire off my rocket. As soon as the last one has gone up, we'll all switch on our antennas.
Still upset about your little breakup? You and Jacko?
Must be exhausting.
What's that?
Living like a parasite. You don't want off this island because there's nothing for you to go back for.
Packed everything I thought might be useful here without leaving the others short-handed.
Hey, do you guys need a hand?
Here, let me. Oh, Charlie, the zipper's broken.
Trying to help.
Oh, I know.
Is that a bunch of drugs? He's obviously just going to sneak
Let me
one.
grab the rest of those bags.
This is a right test for him.
It's for anxiety.
I was looking for aspirin.
Pretty strong stuff for a headache. But take care of yourself, man. We don't need you right now.
He didn't even mean that in a bad way. I know it could possibly be taken that way, as he might feel useless, but like, you know, you just need to chill, don't you?
Your songs have got a sign. I'm just a clown with the pretty face that sings them. Now you want to take away my chance to be somebody?
If things get too crazy, no matter what, if I say we're done, we walk away.
We walk away.
You've seen it though in real life, hasn't you? As soon as that contract is signed, there's nothing you could do about it. There ain't no walking away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen the thing with Kesha. That's recently. Do you know what I mean? Like, she was at a high, wasn't she? She was like all over the charts, dominating it. She had some pretty decent, catchy songs anyway. And then all this stuff come out where she was saying people was like abusing her, and she was refusing to release more music. She wanted to get rid, you know what I mean, and leave the label. And he was like, no, mate, you signed like a 4-album record. You're doing it. And she's like, nah, I'm not. And they're like, you are doing it. You've signed it. Do you know what I mean? And she took them to court and everything. And I think she ended up losing, even though so much evidence was against it, just because of how big the record label was. And I think she still has to produce the music. It's crazy. I think what they've done is kick the guy out that she, you know, she had the problems with, but still made her stay and sing. So, mate, music industry, that's probably one of the most ruthless ones you can get into.
손목을 의사에게 좀 보여줘야겠어요.
아유, 괜찮아. 나아지겠지. 긴 거로 입어.
긴 건 너무 더워요.
I'm glad she stood up for herself.
Hey, dude, this yours? Probably wondering because I play bass and drive shaft.
Jack just wants to find another place for it. He's moving supplies and says it's in the way.
Charlie's not good enough to do this. Charlie's just in the way.
sit down.
Put
Let me
Charlie
take a
onto
look
that.
at you, man.
Oh, you're gonna look out for me, yeah?
Oh no.
Because it's old and it's not had that sound in it for so long.
Charlie, where's Jack? Jack!
Imagine if Jack's hurt, there's no one to rescue him in terms of helping him if he's injured.
The tail section broke up when we were still in the air. Our section cartwheels with the jungle, and yet we escaped with nothing but a few scrapes.
Blind dumb luck.
No one's that lucky.
Jack, he's trapped. What? The cave collapsed. We don't even know if he's alive. Come on, we gotta go. Hey, Scott?
I'm Steve.
I'm Scott. We got an emergency. Come on, grab a couple of guys and let's go.
Be ready to do something really important, okay? 5 o'clock sharp. Tate and Saeed are triangulating the French signal, but the antenna's power is really weak, so you have to wait until they fire their bottle rocket. Then you turn on the antenna. Got it? Can you or can't you do it?
Yeah, I can.
Hope so, Shannon, because all she's doing right now is just sitting and sunbathing, and it's important.
Another kick-ass show. You were bloody brilliant.
I sing the chorus to you all, everybody. If I start and then you come in after.
Oh, she's cool. Let her in.
Chill, baby brother.
So, oh, his brother started doing it first before him, it obviously looks like.
Look, this area here is load bearing. We gotta dig where there's no danger of the wall buckling in on it, so we dig in here so the wall doesn't collapse. 4 at a time, by hand, till we can find some kind of shovel.
Hey,
What the hell are you doing here?
easy. Just came to tell you something.
What makes you think I'm interested in anything you have to say?
To tell you you were right about me. That I don't help anyone but myself. Well, here I am, ready to pitch in.
See, the thing is, right, I don't blame Sawyer in that situation. I don't. Do you know what I mean? Like, every time that he engages, they kind of, I wouldn't say go on the defense, but like they go on the accusatory kind of path. Do you know what I mean? So like he come to literally say, "Yo, mate, Jack's just been caught up in a cave. I'm coming to tell you straight away what you want." Backs up instantly. He actually hasn't done anything. Like, I know that he's been in certain situations, he's trying to trade for stuff here and there, but again, I don't know. What I've seen, I don't think so is that bad. I mean, we can get a backstory and we can go into the seasons and he can have bad seasons and bad episodes and he can be a dick, probably. He could be. But what I'm saying is what I've seen so far and the way that everybody treats him as if like he's terrible. And I actually don't even think that he's that bad.
Something wrong, Charlie?
There's been an accident in the caves. Jack's trapped in a cave-in.
You trying to get him out?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people there now.
And why aren't you with him?
Oh, my stash, look. Can't stand feeling like this.
What do you suppose is in that cocoon, Charlie? That's a moth cocoon. This moth's just about to emerge, digging its way through the thick hide of the cocoon. Now, I could help it, but it would be too weak to survive. The struggle is nature's way of strengthening it. Ask me again and it's yours.
I actually liked that little analogy that he said. But he did ask for his stash, but I would give that one a pass. Like, because there's a way of saying, basically he was trying to say, mate, I feel fucking crap. That's basically what he's trying to say. And he's just like, oh, wait, I need my stash to feel good. That was the concept of it. It wasn't like giving him my drugs back. I don't know. You could say it was, but I feel like it was just a general like expression, like, yo, I need my drugs to feel good, like I feel terrible, like so to speak. So I wouldn't class that as one of the times that he was asking, but technically, factually, it is. But you know, sometimes, obviously, as an addict, you know, you gotta let a little bit slide.
Hey, we're through. We got a hole. I hear him. Why?
Jack, bro, you okay?
Charlie was with me.
He's okay. He made it out.
Hey, listen. Jack.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you out of there, okay?
Touch this antenna up in that tree. As high up as you can.
Golly, thanks, boss.
I don't trust him with you.
Yeah, I think he's just all like talk and banter. Do you know what I mean? That's what I get. He's just one of them people that just says stuff.
Make that tunnel. I might be able to squeeze through.
Wait. Who's gonna take care of your son if something happens? Let me do this.
So what is it about that guy? What is it about him makes you all weak in the loins?
Try to be a pig or it just come naturally.
Difference between us ain't that big, sweetheart. I guarantee you if he had survived a few more weeks on this island, you'd have figured that out.
What did you just say?
Didn't I tell you? The valley is St. Jack got himself buried in a cave.
Is she going? No. That's rash from her, that.
Hey, baby brother, grab a bird and sit down. Out.
Come on, now.
All right. That's it. After tonight, we cancel the rest of the tour.
Walking away like we said we would if things
Walk
got...
away and go where?
You're killing yourself with this junk. You're destroying Drive Shaft.
I am Drive Shaft!
Nobody even knows who the sodding bass player is.
Right, before we go into that, right, it's true, kind of what he was saying there about I am Drive Shaft. It's like he's the guy, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a singer, and he's the one that sings all of the song, and he's the recognisable voice. And it's like, without him, then that band is just anyone. I'm not saying anybody can do, like, play the guitar. Like, I can't play his guitar, so, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a clear, skilled person. But what I'm saying is, right, if he was sick, and somebody else played the bass guitar, come in and played it, you wouldn't know by listening to the sound that it wasn't him that was playing. And like, that's not disrespecting anybody that's part of a band who plays the drums or the piano or something. But basically, the lead singer is the band. This is why I respect bands that have one singer that lasts pretty much for years. Nickelback. Yeah, like he was saying, you know the people that sing the song, you don't know the back. Like, I know Chad Kroeger, is that his name? But I don't know the rest of them. Coldplay, you know what I mean? I know Chris Martin, I don't know the rest of them at the back. And you could go through, you know, what is it, 21 Pilots, you know? There's two of them in there. You know, you got the drummer, and then you got the singer. But they're the band. And do you know what I'm saying? Again, The thing is, you could have good, successful singing bands that last, well, like singing groups that do last a while. Like BTS, they all sing. That's lasted quite a bit, you know. You've got Little Mix. One Direction lasted for a little while, but they broke up because sometimes you get the odd occasion where everybody's really good. You're like, yo, why are we splitting the money? Do you know what I mean? Like, why are we doing this and splitting it? I'm too good, I could do my own stuff. Look at Harry Styles, just won a Grammy. So it's crazy. All of them are crazy famous, but yeah, when you get into like his situation there, if you have one singer, they kind of dictate everything that happens. Would be scary in there.
Try again.
We can't just leave.
We don't move, they're gonna run out of air.
Hey, would you stop talking? I'm trying to think.
He's in there.
Does anyone know if he's alive? Is he alive?
We don't know. Charlie went in there through a tunnel that we dug.
Oh! Sorry, Jack. Sorry.
My shoulder is dislocated. I have to pop it back in.
No, I can't.
I need your help on this, man.
I can't do it, Jack.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I don't know if I can. I don't.
You can do this, Charlie. Now.
Imagine that.
Oh. What are you doing here?
Oh, bloke can't pay his big brother a visit once in a while.
What are you doing in Sydney?
It's all lined up, Liam. 8 weeks on tour opening for some band called Meatcoat.
I don't want to come back.
They won't book Drive Shaft.
Man, you're still using, aren't you?
Oh, don't change the subject.
That's why you haven't been returning my calls.
Look, you're gonna go and
said
tour with
you
us
get
on that.
help, man. Why don't you stay with us for a few weeks? Karen and me, we can get you help. Sydney's got some really good programs. I'm just looking out for you.
You never looked out for me. I have a plane to catch.
How long's it been, Charlie?
Almost a day and a half.
Why didn't you say anything?
You thinking I'm useless and a junkie to boot?
You're not useless. That took a lot of guts getting in here and trying to rescue me.
Reminds me of confession. There's a little claustrophobic booth.
Behind you, look, there's a bloody moth in there.
Charlie, what are you doing?
Oh, he's digging his way out, just like he was saying with the moth. He keeps fighting. Do you know what I mean?
You got enough people to dig. You keep going at this pace, you're gonna kill yourself.
There's light.
Do you know, if she don't end up with Jack, then it's just gonna be crazy. They're gonna be pretty close. Yeah, I was gonna say, they are gonna be pretty close. She's just gonna run over and give him a hug. Look, that's what I'm saying. If these don't end up together, then it wouldn't make sense. They've gone kind of all in.
Charlie found a way out.
Dude, you rock.
Oh, she's seen it.
Damn it!
She should have been last, shouldn't she? But so you done it. There you go. They all done it. Fair play. I thought she should have been last, but it don't really matter, does it?
Where are you? Where are you?
It's been nuts hard.
Dude, you feeling okay? You look a little...
Fluid.
Oh, man, that's rough. After all you've been through, take it easy, man.
Come get it. Stretch my legs.
Made you something.
My very
Sling.
first sling. Head back to the beach, huh?
So I should be back there by now and plan work.
Then we're one step closer to getting off this island.
I just wanted to have a kiss, man. Even if it's a kiss on the head or the cheek. You know what I mean?
Give them to me.
His makeup's good. He's done well.
Proud of you, Charlie.
Same. Oh, his makeup or his acting, whatever you want to call it, it's really good. Oh, that was the end. You know, the episodes go rapid, you know. I feel like the show goes dead fast. Now, let's say, you know, I don't... claustrophobia is when you're scared of small spaces, isn't it? Now, I don't mind small spaces. I could have lay in that hole, you know, that little small tunnel that he was in. But, like, if you asked me in real life to get in it, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't be scared inside of it. But the reason why I wouldn't do it is because I wouldn't trust that I could get to one end and then get back out. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I wouldn't class that as claustrophobia because, like, I wouldn't be panicking being in a small confined space. But what I would be is not trusting the fact that I'd make it all the way because the tunnel's dead small and I'd think I'd be dead, you know, I think I'd be too fat to make it all that way. I wouldn't say that was claustrophobia. Do you know what I mean? Like, because Eve's there struggling to crawl up and I'd be thinking, all right, I'm getting back then. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to shimmy back down. I wouldn't trust myself. So, like, I wouldn't get into the space. I wouldn't choose to get into the space. But, like, I don't mind a small space. You know what I mean? If I was literally like stuck and put in a box or something, I wouldn't be panicking. Where I know like people with claustrophobia would be sweating. Do you know what I mean? They'd be crying. They'd be shaking. But fair play to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of sad that he was saying that, you know, everybody's kind of got somebody here on the island. You know, you've got your sister, you've got your son, you know, you've got your husband there. But I don't really have anybody, you know, let me go in there, let me do this. You know what? Good stuff. Because, yeah, okay, he is suffering because he's not got his drugs. And, you know, he did ask 2 times this episode. And, you know, he asked for a 3rd just then. But he done the good thing as well. You have to look at it, like, objectively as well. I was saying, look, you know, the best way that he could do it is because I do personally think that cold turkey is well, it is the hardest, isn't it? Literally just cutting it instantly. Like, if somebody was a smoker, for example, and they smoked 20 cigarettes a day, you would say, look, go from 20 to 15, do that for a couple of weeks, go to 10. Do that to a couple of weeks, go to 5, go to none. Do you know what I mean? You would taper off. If you just went from 20 to 0 like that, you're craving your hunger. It's like a crash diet, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? If you want to lose weight, if somebody's really fat and obese, you don't say stop eating food and you can lose all your weight dead quick. Why? Because after a bit, it piles back on again. Where if you integrate it slowly, you take your calorie deficit down and you go it slow. You get to a position where it's no longer dieting. You no longer need that food because you've adjusted. And that is that. I would have kept the drugs, but I knew I'm not. If I was Jack, I would have been like, look, where's your drugs? And I would feed him because he's a doctor. He should know how to prescribe it, minimal dose each day until he goes from because I think that he should be in this, like, that state there where all his eyes and he's shaking and stuff. That looked really, really good. But I would assume in real life, if you was a drug addict and you was cutting out instantly, you would be like that for weeks, you know what I mean? Not a day or 2. Like, I'm assuming that for the rest of the season he should pretty much be in a state like in that way. So I thought it was a good episode. I liked it. It was a bit deep, like, obviously, in terms of like his family and stuff like that. How obviously he's kind of like his band, but his brother's like the lead singer, and he kind of needs him because, like I was saying, something like Coldplay, you know, in 21 Pilots, Nickelback, you know, without the main guy, you're not really anything. But in reality, you're a great band. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's interesting to see his cycle. Now he's got to his position. I liked it. We've had one from him. We've had one from husband and wife. We've had a Locke one. And we've had a Jack and Kate one. So, do you know what I mean? 5 episodes, 7 into the season. It's exciting. Hopefully we get a Sawyer one next. And then I believe maybe if you was doing a bit of the rounds, you'd do a Hurley one and a Boone one. And then that would... Oh, and Michael, and then you would pretty much hit everybody that's Owen Saeed, so that would be 10, wouldn't it? That's everybody that's around it. But speaking about Saeed, he's just been knocked out, which again is very interesting because his signal was pretty strong. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Main talking point has to be Saeed right there at the very end. Now somebody has attacked him, and it's definitely, well, I can't say definitely because I don't even know who it is, but most likely it's not somebody from his own camp, which is, again, very interesting because, you know, if it was somebody from his own camp, it wouldn't make any sense because they would be scared and they would be wanting to return home as much as he would. You know what I mean? Like, they crash landed, they're looking for a way out. Why would you take out your best possible, you know, person that could do that? And the interesting thing is, it did seem like the signal was high, and whether he wakes up, if he doesn't get killed, he's going to wake up. And he's going to wake up knowing that he did see his thing. And the signal was strong. So he should kind of know his location. The interesting thing is, obviously, Kate left Sawyer to run and obviously help Jack. But Sawyer did do the flare. Like, fair play to him. He hit the rocket, whatever you want to call it. And Shannon done it as well. I thought she was going to miss it because she was having a conversation on the beach. Now, can't really blame her for having a conversation. I don't expect her to sit there, like, you know what I mean, staring, waiting for the time. But she did know 5 o'clock, but I'm not going to say everybody's got a watch on here in this location either, so at least she didn't slow it down, didn't really do anything bad. She hit it, she turned it on, got it all sorted, signal was triangulating, it was pretty strong, and then he's been taken out. Now, I didn't see if it was a male or female, but to me, it sounded... I don't know, it was the thump. I don't know, it sounded like it was a woman doing a gasp of air and hitting him, but I could be wrong, you know. It doesn't really matter who's done it. The question is who and why. And do you know what I mean? And what I would hope for is if it was somebody that was part of the French women's group / somebody who lives here on the island in general. That would be very interesting, mate, because, you know, I'm not expecting this whole island to have no people living there at all, and I can't wait for it to see, obviously, the more or the other people, or even if it was people from the other part of the other part of the plane. To be honest, there was 3 sections. You had the front, the middle, and the back. They're all in the middle. They found the front of the plane. Nobody was basically there. The pilot was, but he got killed, didn't he? And then obviously the back plane, where that woman saying her husband was, you know, that's not been found. And it could be one of them, because they don't know who survived. Do you know what I mean? So as far as they know, like, this guy's a foreign person, pretty much. You know, he's the enemy. We need to take him out and interrogate him, see what he knows. So that one's interesting. But like I said, you know, if Jack doesn't end up with Kate, it's going to be a strange one, because already 7 episodes in, we kind of pitted it like they're already in a relationship, in my opinion. Like, they're dead close, they're emotionally connected, you know, like, she's dropping potential things of, like, finding a way out, maybe, like, to go and kind of save it. I know he's in trouble, but like Locke was saying to Charlie when he come, what, you come to tell me that Jack's stuck, but are people helping him? Yeah, loads are. Well, why tell me then? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't really benefit anything. That's kind of like that situation. But you could see as well that Sawyer was kind of getting to her when he was saying, you know, about a doctor. But the thing is, everybody's thinking that they know who Sawyer is and they know what he's like and his personality, but, like, we don't know him. We don't know his past. What's his profession? What's his trade? You know what I mean? He could be a doctor. He could just be keeping it quiet. People are judging him, so he's, like I was saying, he came over to tell Kate that Jack was in a cave. Straight away, she was on his back, and he withheld that info. He was like, do you know what? Sack it then. You don't deserve it. You're going to jump on my back? I'll just keep it. And that's the same. People have judged him instantly, and he's like, do you know what? I won't give then. I won't tell you who I am. I won't tell you what I can do, how to benefit everyone. But we're going to get a backstory at some point, and I'm excited to see what it is. It was an interesting episode, you know. Good bit of acting from Charlie. I liked it. It was a good, you know, it was a good story, and I'm liking, obviously, his choice of burning it at the end. I just hope that it doesn't turn out to be that bad the way he's suffering for a long period of time. I also think that Hurley seems, is that his name? I think it is. He seems quite lovable and joyous and like a nice guy as well, so I want to see his backstory. But that's where we currently are. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.